recording?
Good call, Harry.
All right, got it. All right, good evening, everybody. I'm Marilyn McDonald, Chair of Bridgewater Conservation. I'm going to open up tonight's meeting. I do need to legally read in that this notice of posted meeting to all town department boards and committees and general public for Thursday, April 14th, 2020 at 5:30. Disclosure pursuant to Section 20 of the Chapter 20 in the Acts of 2021, the act relative to extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency. This meeting of the Conservation Commission for the town of Bridgewater will be held hybrid and accessible to the public through remote participation to the greatest extent possible. There will be no public attendance permitted. Citizens who wish to tune into the meeting may do so via Zoom, and the link is provided on the town website. I'm also going to read in for people who haven't been to a conservation meeting before, how these meetings actually prevail. They're a public hearing. Bridgewater Conservation has a 100-foot jurisdiction from any wetlands and a 200-foot jurisdiction from any riverfront. We are governed by both rules and regulations of both local and state regulations to avoid any minimal impacts to wetlands and filing within 100 feet to ensure that the project meets performance standards. What happens is the applicant presents their filing, the board along with the agent have an opportunity to ask questions. I do then open it to the public. Please approach all questions directly through me. Please keep in mind, we are here for wetlands only, and that is our only topic that we will entertain during questioning. And two things happen. We either close a meeting or continue a meeting. If we continue a meeting, this is your notice that the meeting is continued to the following schedule. If we close, that means we have 21 days for the commission to render a decision. Once we render a decision, there is a 10-day business appeal period with Mass DEP before any order of conditions is valid. That being said, I'm going to jump into tonight's agenda and we'll get going right off. We have old business, abbreviated notice of resource area 0 and 1300 Vernon Street, map 124, lots 2, 6, 12, 81. Applicant is Manuel Bajinga, and we have a DEP file number. I'm going to read into the record for the public. April 14th, 2022, Conservation Commission. Dear Conservation Commission members, on behalf of our client, Silver Engineering Associates, SEA, would like to request a continuation from the meeting scheduled for April 14th, 2022 to the meeting scheduled for August 11th, 2022. This request to continue will allow time to document the status of the two streams located on the site. So again, I am telling you now that this is continued to August 11th. Not the next meeting, but August 11th. All right, we'll move on to the next one. Abbreviated notice of resource area delineation, 350 Cross Street, map 118, lots 89, 25, 24, 23. Applicant Representative Robert Baza, Larry Silver Engineering. What do we got, Rebecca? Okay.
Mute. Hello, I'm talking to myself. Good evening. So we are here to follow up on the isolated area, right? The volume calcs needed to be confirmed, correlated with the town engineer. I was wondering if that had been finished.
I could answer
Yes.
that, Madam Chair, if you'd like me to. Yes, Rebecca, the calcs have been verified by the town engineer, Greg Tansey.
Yes.
I sent the email confirming that the calcs they did not meet the threshold for isolated land subject to flooding. That email was sent to all the commissioners. Did you guys receive that and review it?
Yes, I have
Yes.
it right in front of me,
Okay.
so I am good. I'll ask any commissioners, any other comments, Harry?
No,
All right, Eileen
No, I'm good.
and Wendy isn't on. Okay. So
No,
we
I'm
have-
here.
No,
Oh,
Wendy did-
welcome.
Wendy did
Okay,
go.
welcome, Wendy. I didn't.
Yeah,
know
I
you
was
were
just
on.
late getting into my Google, that's all.
No worries, no worries. Welcome.
Yeah, no
aboard.
questions on that. I'm good with
Okay.
it.
All right, great. At this time, anybody in attendance have a question on the filing of 350 Cross Street?
And we just ask the public that you use the raise hand feature if you want to make a comment, or put it directly into the chat so we can find you and unmute you so you can speak.
All right, no comments, guys?
I don't see anything in the chat, Marilyn.
I'm not
All
seeing
right,
anything.
so at this time, the chair would entertain a motion, please, for closing.
Wendy? Yeah, I'm not together yet. Okay, make a motion to close.
Yep,
Second.
continue. You got to state the property, guys.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
50 Cross Street.
Yep, map 118, lot 89, 25, 24, 23. I heard a second on Harry.
Yes, you did.
All right, here in a second. Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none. Roll call vote. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Eileen Prisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith.
Aye.
All right, we have closed the meeting. At this point, we could entertain a motion for approval.
Make
Yeah,
a
if you guys-
motion to approve. You hear me?
Yep.
Oh.
Did somebody do a motion?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Eileen made the motion. I second.
Wow. Okay, great, guys. All right.
Whoa. Woo.
Yeah, we can all have one of those nights. All right,
Yep.
here in a second. Any further discussion?
Nope.
All right, a roll call vote then on approval of 350 Cross Street. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Eileen Prisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith.
Aye.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thank you for
Thank you.
adding the calcs on that. Thank you.
You bet.
Uh,
Thank you.
All right. Next, moving along, new business. We have no new business due to an error in advertisement. 0 Grange Street will be held on next meeting 4/28. Moving on, we have Conservation Commission business, administrative approval of minutes.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes that was sent out.
Second.
All right, we heard a second. Any further discussion?
Nope.
All right, hearing none. Roll call vote. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Eileen Prisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith.
Aye.
All right, great. Thank you. All right, we are down to discussion of items, environmental planner report, and Steve does have some stuff for us. So Steve now has the floor.
Yeah, I've got 3 items that I'd like the commission to, well, one of the items you guys authorized at the last meeting, that was the letter to the Home Nook Conservation Area and the abutting parcels. That letter has gone out along with a copy of the conservation restriction to outline the approved and allowable activities that are allowed on that property and the ones that are strictly prohibited, which is mainly the use of motorized vehicles. So we expect to get some phone calls in the office about that just for clarification, and then even to go a little bit further to make it clear to people that what is approvable out there and what is allowable out there. So we'll be hearing probably from that one, and we may even have people show up to the meeting to talk about that. But moving on to, I've got 2 more enforcements. I know Marilyn saw one today after I clued her in on it earlier this week on Bedford Street, right next to the Bridgewater Fitness Center and the Armory. There used to be a landscape supply place that was located in between the 2 areas, the 2 buildings. That landscape supply with areas of mulch and loam and other materials has suddenly moved to the south of the Bridgewater Fitness Center when it was actually to the north before. Now, that poses a whole litany of problems, not just for the Conservation Commission, but potentially other boards. But it poses a particular problem for the Conservation Commission because on the southern side of that fitness center is a stream flowing. Marilyn did take some pictures. I don't know if she sent them to everybody. I know she sent
Oh,
them
I
to
sent
me.
them to you. I just quickly sent them to you when I get in,
Okay.
so you can share them with the group. Again, I didn't have the best pair of shoes on to be, going over some areas, but there's, they're definitely doing earthwork within the stream area. So, like I said, I won't be available after tomorrow, but
Right.
I'm sure you guys will need to get out there.
Yeah, so we're gonna just start. I'm gonna start getting some information together about as far as who to mail to that business or to whatever that outfit is that is doing that work, so that we can start negotiations or discussions about how we're gonna mitigate the situation that's going on out there. Just wanted to clue you guys in on that. So if you get a chance to, when you're going down 18, take a look at it. Please do stop by and just take a look from the road. You can see it right from the road. So. And then the other one was we get a lot of calls about a particular property over on Vernon Street. It's 1361. After hours yesterday, I managed to find the gentleman working in his backyard. So I stopped him and started speaking to him just about kind of what he was doing on the property without permits. There's quite a large stack of wood in his backyard. There was concerns that the wood was coming from property located directly behind his house, which happens to be water department property that also then abuts back up to Camp Titicut. So there's a couple concerns on that one as well. And that one's also just at the beginning stages that eventually we're probably going to have to do a site walk, schedule a site walk out there, see what's happened. The first order of business I told this gentleman to do was to get his property staked, because there's another question of whether or not all the things he's doing are actually on his property. So we need to rectify that as well. There is a wetland that is located to the back corner of his property, which is where some of the logs are being stored, and therefore they're going to need to be moved. But we need to know where this gentleman's property are before we do any of that. At the time being, right now, the site is stable and there's nothing negative happening to the resource areas on site. So we can kind of afford to wait until the property gets staked and then address it at that point. So those are just a couple items to keep on your radar. I will be contacting you more as we move through the next couple of weeks. So
That wasn't the one we looked at before, right? Because that addresses never stick in my head. Okay,
no, that was Green. That was down on Green when Vernon turns into Green. So
okay.
they're very close to each other, though, honestly, because when I was on site, I was like, oh, so we were just down here the other day looking just down the street. So same sort of deal, staging wood, using it for personal use, personal heating use. So it's not against zoning for that reason. So, you know, there are other issues with conservation protected areas, though, however, so.
All right, sounds like you've got it under control. When they stake it out, let us know. So,
Yep.
okay. Anything else, Steve, on your report?
Not from my end, no.
Okay, anybody else have anything for conservation report?
No, but can I just say that I'm on vacation next week, so if any site walks need to happen, I'm around.
Okay,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think they're gonna
anything
try
else?
to get out to Bedford Street. I just was out there on my own, so, yeah, maybe, Steve, please coordinate with Wendy to get out there.
Yeah,
and the
Wendy,
rest-
we're back to the office full time, as you know, so just let us know and we could set something up and go out and see a site.
All right.
That would really be the only one we have at the moment. Correct, Steve? We don't
Well,
have,
yeah, I mean, that, and
1361.
potentially we could go out and take a look at Grange, Wendy, if you'd like, before it gets onto the agenda. We have all the materials and everything. So
Okay.
if not, we can at least go take a look and kind of see what's going on out there as well.
All right.
all right,
Sounds good.
you guys have a fun field trip. All right, anything else then? Chair would entertain a motion to?
Adjourn.
Wow, that was fast.
Short agenda
We're
tonight.
trying to set a record.
I think so.
I think we did that a new record. Yeah. All right. Did I hear a second? I heard a second out there, right? Any further discussion?
Second, yep.
Yeah, no further discussion. All in favor? 1, 2, 3. Aye.
Aye.
All right, great. Okay. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll follow up on the next meeting.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
And
everybody.
Steve, yeah, Steve, if you
Right.
could send out those pictures and then just coordinate with them going out on Bedford, be great. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah. I'll
All
do
right.
that.
Thanks,
All right.
Marilyn.
Good
Have a
night.
good one. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.